What's good, world family? It's your boy Unico Williams. I'm so happy that y'all back with me. This is episode 2, and I got my man Virg. He came all the way from sunny California to be with his family on holiday, and he spent a little bit of that time with me, man. So listen to his words that he has to say. I'm so excited that he came here to do this with me. He is a big inspiration to me and who I am, and I really appreciate him coming through, man. As you can see, quality not the best. I'm gonna get there. This is just something else that I gotta get good at. And it don't take much for me to start something. So man, I appreciate y'all being here. Listen to my mans. And Gotti! I done told y'all about getting in my refrigerator making all them damn sandwiches, man. I done told y'all about all that. See, that's why I be talking about. See, you ain't know nothing about the pound. You ain't learned nothing. Always do you hear me? I do. And I'm happy to introduce my bro, Virg.
Hey, how's it going?
Virg in this place. He is the Lamborghini of people. he is the man. Like, oh, he's the man. I'm so excited that you came here and you're the first person that's on my show. I'm so excited because when I went to California, you let me be in your house. That was so cool, man. And you allow me to see a little bit of Mountain View, California. It was in Mountain View, California. So just talk about yourself. You're my inspiration. Talk about yourself. Tell me.
I'm Virgil. I went to high school with Joe.
Oh, okay. There's that.
Yeah. And in high school, I feel like Joe was my inspiration. So it's nice that this got flipped.
I don't even know what to say to that. Like, that's a really good thing that you said. Tell me. Look at him. Look at him. Everybody, can you flex for him? Flex for him. Oh, that bod. That bod. Look at him. And what else, man? Tell us, like, why are you so great, Bird?
Well, I'm okay.
I don't think anybody's in this scene that you might have to impress. Nobody's here for that. Okay. Tell me, man. Tell me why you are so cool, man. Do that.
Why I'm so cool?
Why you're so cool?
I feel like you're cooler than I am.
No. Because I got a couple of muscles. Yeah. I got a couple of muscles, yeah. But it's not like yours, man. Tell me.
I feel
you're
like
good at this whole workout thing.
I definitely work out a lot, right? And I feel like I'm incredibly disciplined when it comes to that.
Man, discipline. That's a big thing. Discipline. Let's talk about that for a second. You know that you and I came out with this whole never press the snooze button. Let me tell you. So, my alarm clock is at 7:05. I have to be at work at 8. I press it. And I'm so sorry. I pressed it, and I'm so sorry.
I feel like everybody presses it. I mean, I don't press it, but I feel
I know you don't press it. That's why you're incredible. That's why you're incredible.
But the real thing is this. I feel like everyone is not as lazy as I am. That's the thing.
As lazy as you are?
So I think everyone is not as lazy as I am.
What are you saying?
Let me finish. Like, I don't think everyone's as lazy as I am. So by default, I don't want to do shit. Right? So since I don't want to do anything, there's like no drive or no like motivation that most people use to push themselves, right? So then I have to like train my discipline to do all the shit I don't want to do. You know what I mean? So then it's like it's never like was I driven enough to do it, because I was never driven. I'm just lazy. I'm the most lazy, disciplined person you'll ever meet. So then it's like
that doesn't even make sense. Like you're the most lazy, disciplined person of all time.
Yeah, if you think about it, if you think about being motivated, right?
Mm-hmm.
You get motivated and you do some with like working out or setting up like a show or whatever you're doing or getting a job or whatever. You get motivated, and then there's days you're not motivated. So say it's like an 80-20 split. 80% of the time you're motivated, 20% you're not. Then you're good, because most of the time you're doing shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think most people are more the reverse, where they're like 20% motivated, 80% not. So then 20% of the time they're doing stuff and 80% they're not, right? And for me, it's like almost like 199. 1% of the time I'm driven, and 99% of the time I'm not. So then I had to find a way for that 99% of the time for me to generate outcome, right? And that was just like discipline. It's just like you do it even if you don't want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And
You do it if you don't want to do it. You do it if you don't want to do it. Like,
and I think that most people, since they like do it, they're driven enough on most days. They didn't get to train their discipline because they wanted to do so much, and then they did it, right? And then the things they don't want to do, they don't do. But
so,
for me, I'm like, I
so
don't
like
want
you
to do
broke it
anything.
to like a numbers thing, or is that like a you thing? Like, what is that?
I think the real thing is like, if you don't want to do something, that's when that's when you got to do it.
When you don't want to do something, that's when you gotta do it.
And then you got to train yourself to keep doing that. Because if you just want to do the stuff you want to do, then you're not actually working hard. You're just having fun. Does that make sense?
It does make sense.
Yeah.
But dive into it more. Tell us, like, man, because I'm going to tell you like this. I suck at this shit. I suck at working out. Like, I hate Tuesday and Thursday. I hate that shit. Because I gotta do this when I get off work. I hate going to work. I hate this shit.
Yeah.
But I just find myself at, like, when I get off work, like, I'm like, I don't want to do this shit. But the thing is, I see this man. I see him. I don't want to let him down. I don't want to let you down. I don't want to let you down. That's the only reason I literally work out. Because,
Really?
yeah. Because you're so good at this whole, like, man, you do that shit every single day. And, like, I know the people that you work out with. Name them off. Matter of fact, name them off.
There's like Peter. Peter's a good guy.
Peter's
He's
a
like
good
a
one.
white boy that
Yeah.
works out at my gym, and Tori is the guy that owns the gym.
Mm.
Tori was like Olympian bodybuilder. So
Olympian?
yeah, like he went
Like, he's big.
like
He's big time.
like yeah, like the Mr. Olympia bodybuilding competition. He's made it there like 3 times. So then he built this gym specifically for like aesthetics in San Jose. So then I went there, and everybody there is like cool and friendly. So then the environment matters a lot.
So if you don't mind, go ahead and shout him out, man. Because I mean that, because you went to the gym before. Let me tell you about my first trip to California. I went to California, and I wanted to go to SoCal, but I ended up in Mountain View, California, right?
Yeah.
That's where I was at, and that was so dope. I enjoyed it. I saw mountains, Mountain View. That's how we do, right? And more than anything, Virgil, like the next day, because what was that place we went to? What was that place we went to?
The food place?
Oh, the food place. Yes,
It's
and
called-
I'm so shitty that I left it. I left it in your refrigerator.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it was lamb and like so much good shit.
It was lamb and steak and.
Oh my god, it was crazy.
It was called Dish Dash. It's
Dish Dash?
Mediterranean food. Yeah. Dish Dash.
So what? Hold on. Let me ask you this. Did I eat some food that like everybody just gets like on a dinner special, or like, bro, that shit was fire.
Yeah.
And I'm shitty. I left it at your house. I left it in Mountain View, California. I'm so shitty.
That's good.
But
Yeah, it's super good.
Yeah, it was super good. Do you still go there?
Yeah. I mean, it's a good way because you get the rice and you get the meat. So then it's like
The rice
carbs
was crazy.
and the protein. Yeah.
The rice was crazy.
Yeah, it's like some basmati rice, and it's better than white rice.
Now you're making it sound simple.
No, that's what it is. It's like basmati.
It's just basmati rice and just a little lamb.
Yeah, they cook it the right way though. They like soak it in butter and stuff. So
man, that was good, man. I had a good time, and we ate that, and then, man, shout out to him, man. That was crazy. I don't do that. I don't do that shit. Like, that shit is great. Like, that's great for me. But I gotta say, man, that was one of the best places I've ever been at.
To eat?
Yeah, pretty much to eat. Like, it was good. It was good shit, man.
Yeah. If you're ever in Mountain View, Dish Dash.
If you're ever in Mountain View, where do we need to go?
Dish Dash, downtown Mountain View.
I hate. See, do y'all see how like California works? It's one of those things where like you can go and do some shit, and like it's everyday shit, but it's called what?
It's dish dash.
Dish dash. I would have called it like some whole other like shit. Like,
Yeah. It
like I
makes
would
it
have called it
sound
a
like
whole
it's
nother
fast
thing.
food. Like when you hear it, it's like dish dash. It sounds like fast food.
It does sound like
You
fast
know,
food. Like you
so
literally
it's
made it sound like
deceptive.
fast
Yeah,
food.
yeah. It was good though. It was super dope.
It was. What else about California do you love? Tell us about California.
I feel like up until I went to because I went to California in high school once, like the Bay Area.
Did you snuck that up? Mind you, Virgil and I are high school friends. So when did you do that and what happened?
So I was in newspaper, right? And then they had like a journalism conference in
Mm.
California. So
Mm-hmm.
the school sent me out to California for like
What?
like
What?
a
Muncie
week.
Central sent you to
They
California?
had the whole newspaper staff there for
Wait,
this
wait, wait,
journalism
wait! I did
conference.
not know about that. And I
Yeah.
did. What are you? Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
I'll get on. I'll get on y'all later. What? So what happened?
And then we went to this journalism conference, and I touched down in like San Francisco,
Mm-hmm.
and I started walking around, and I was like, I knew that Asian people were hiding somewhere. You know, like I was like, I've been living
Hey,
in like.
wait, hold on. So hold on. So hold on. So you went to California and you said that there were
Asian people.
and they were doing what? Hiding?
They're just living. They were just living. But it's like I've been to Muncie,
Mm.
and before that I was in like Weatherford, Oklahoma, and before that I was in Tennessee. So I was like,
Oklahoma.
yeah, I've
Wait,
never.
hold on. I got a problem. Dick Daniels. We'll talk about this. We'll talk about Miss Rankin. We'll talk about this. You went to where? You did what? Hold on. Tell me more about all these trips you went on.
Not so. I was born.
And I didn't know about this shit because I went to the same school as you. So tell me more.
So I was born in Tennessee, and then I lived in
Okay.
Oklahoma.
Okay.
Like I grew up there, and then I moved to Muncie, and it was like all white people. You know, it's like all white people, and there's zero Asian people.
Mm.
There's like a few black kids, you know, and then I like connected with
Mm.
them because I'm like, well, I'm not white, and they're not white. Maybe we can,
Mm.
you know, be cool. But then when I went to San Francisco, I was like, there's so many Asian people here.
In high school, you went to.
San Francisco.
Okay.
And I was like, so many Asian people here. Now
Mm.
I gotta live in the Bay Area. So then once I got back to Muncie, I was like, my whole mindset was like, how do I end up in the Bay Area?
Mm.
So that was like I studied engineering because I was like engineers
Mm.
have a higher likelihood of going to the Bay Area. Like all my decision making was like trying
Based
to
on
get
going
to
to
the
the
Bay
Bay
Area.
Area.
And then when I got to
Mm.
the Bay Area, I was like, I'm not living back. I'm staying here for
So
a
so
minute.
so now that we're here,
Yeah.
how do you feel about the Bay Area?
I mean, it's expensive. It's expensive. So I love living there, but it's a lot of money. Like,
Um, Now Virgil was the first person to put me on to California. My first view of California was Mountain View, and I enjoyed that so much. I did. I did. Like just walking down the street and just seeing a random ass mountain. That shit was
yeah,
cool. But then like you showed me like H Grade. Remember when we were on our way to the 49ers their
yeah,
stadium?
yeah.
It I was like, damn, it looks a lot like the Midwest. So with that being said, is like technology in that sense is that dying or what do you think?
I feel like right now it's at its.
Is Silicon Valley is it popping? Is it popping?
I think it's popping now.
It's popping
It's gonna
because
explode in a
we
few
saw a whole
years.
bunch of closed like factories and shit.
Yeah.
Like remember that?
Because everything's software now, so it's like
Mm.
it's just like people writing code, and then I mean I feel like it's a bubble, so it's gonna be like maybe 1 or 2 years down the line
Mm.
that might pop, and then it's gonna
Mm.
be people are gonna figure something else out. But right now it's like at its peak. If you can write code, you can make money in the Bay.
So when we were doing MySpace, when we were kids,
Yeah.
and we were like putting like people's like that's what's going on now. Like
That
code,
man,
were we
that was
really
some
coding?
that was basic though. That was like HTML. That's like real basic stuff, right? Once you
So the man is swole. The man is swole as hell, right? He's swole. He's swole. He's swole. He's bigger than me. It's cool. I'm working on it. But that's what's going on now. Like what we were doing with the MySpace like era. Like that's what we. That's
It's much more in depth than that now. Like, oh, the MySpace stuff was like making stuff look a certain way on your page. You know, there was no logic like to
But we thought we
MySpace.
were dope. We thought we were dope. We did that
And
shit.
we were dope for like little middle schoolers, right? We were dope for little middle schoolers, but when you get into it, and it's so powerful now, like the ability to code. Like if you are good at coding, it's almost like a reverse contest of like the usual professional world, right? Because if you go to an interview or you go to a job and usually like people are wearing suits and you respect them more because they're wearing suits and they can talk better and they're more eloquent and
But
stuff
it's
like
not
that.
that kind of thing anymore.
Not for coders. Like I
Do
don't
you
code
run the
anymore.
show? Do you run the show when you walk into a building? You say, "That's me. I do this." Is that how you walk into a building?
I try.
If you
I
don't
try
mind,
to.
tell us what you do. Tell us what you do.
I'm a product manager, right? So then like the idea is I decide what the engineers spend their time coding.
Do
Kind of.
you code at all?
Not anymore. I got out that game because it was
I'm
like
out that. Like, so you a boss, right?
kind of.
And
But
that's where we at. Episode 1. We talking about bosses.
okay.
You a boss, right?
I mean, I think you're more boss than I am.
No, you're more boss than I am. Like, no, you big business.
I try. I try. You know.
No, hold on. You big business. I like it. I like it. So what do you ultimately want to do?
I mean, like ultimately, I just want to get out the game. I just want to be
The
rich.
game?
I
What
just
is
want to
the
be.
game?
I just
Because
want to be
this is a
rich
new
and
game.
not
This
have
is
to
a
do
new
anything.
game.
You know.
So what's the game?
But well, the game right now is like stacking that cheese, like making enough money.
Stacking that cheese. But I'm saying you're stacking that cheese. What are you doing to stack that cheese? Like we want to know. This man is big business. What do we do? What do we do to be big bosses?
I mean,
What do we need to do?
if you want to get in Silicon Valley, you gotta learn how to code right.
Code right.
Yeah, or and then once
Remember you told me about when I was in Silicon Valley, I was with my man's, and he told me about this guy. He's just some rich, right, white guy, right?
yeah
And he was like, I just want to do this, and he just had some money to spare, and it is what it is.
yeah
That's how you make it in Silicon Valley. Is just find a bored guy. Like tell us how do we do this? Because I feel like we can do this.
yeah. I mean, primarily if you're starting a company, you gotta have an idea, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then there's these dudes, they're like VCs, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're out the game, right? They just got a lot of money and they're
Mm-hmm.
bored, right? So
What's your idea? What's your idea? What do you want to do?
man,
How can you make the
I don't
world
have
better?
ideas though. I don't have ideas.
You don't have any.
Not really. My like I'm a good number two. You know, so I'm like you come up with the idea, I'll execute. I'll execute it better than you can execute it. You know
So
what I
what do
mean?
we?
But
So what?
idea like ideation.
But what do you want to do? Because
Man,
I want y'all to know that this, like, I cheated in high school in Japanese class. I cheated. My friend Virgil here helped me out. I cheated, and then I got caught, and I was never in Japanese class ever again. Ohio gozaimasu. What do you want to do?
man. Well, I mean, if money wasn't a thing, I
Hmm.
would just like I would open a gym and then I would travel the world. I'm like
So if money is a thing,
if
what do
money
you want to do?
if money
What
is a
what do you want
thing,
to be the head of? What do you want to do?
yo, I just want to make enough money.
You just want to. So it's about the bread. You just want the
It's
money.
about the bread because once you have the bread, you're enabled to do whatever you want.
So let me segue into this. When they talk about the breadwinners, tell me some good rap songs that you like about that bread. Who's trying to get you? I like cream. Dollar dollar bills, y'all.
Yeah.
What do you like? What is your money? What do you listen to in the morning?
I mean, 90% of what I listen to is Jay Z. Like
Jay Z is
that's a
big business, man.
big 90% because it's like
Why? Why though? Why do you like him? Why do you like Jay Z?
because he executed on it. Do you know what I mean? Like
He had an idea and he executed.
and he like what he's talking about when he's talking about making money. You're like, well, you can't say Jay Z's not making money. Do you know what I mean? And now, like Jay Z's albums, like who liked the 444 album. It was alright, you know what I mean? But it wasn't like.
He had some good beats on there. I'll be real with you on there. He had some good beats.
But it didn't sell like it didn't sell like the Blueprint sold.
It did not sound like.
You know, so.
Also, I want y'all to know this about Virgil. He man, he is a rap god. Okay, can we get your top three albums? Can we get your top three albums?
Man, this is on the spot.
Yes, I'm on 100% on the spot. Top three albums. What you got? What you got?
That's gonna be hard. That's gonna be hard. So I feel like.
Don't make it's not hard because I know you've known this for your whole life. What's your top three albums? Let's go.
So I feel like obviously like to me I'm a big Jay Z fan. So it's gonna be like.
You Jay Z. So what you got?
So there's I feel like the Black album is big just because it was like not it was like at a certain point in my life, right? Like it was
Right.
high school,
Right.
and it was kind of like he was at like the peak of his rap ability. Because after the Black album, he started focusing on like big business. He started like being like a boss, much more of a boss, right? And that was the like the final like his rap like PR, if you will. You know, like he's like
Hmm.
this is where I'm gonna use I'm gonna put it all out here because I he thought he was gonna retire, right? So it was like
On the Black album.
on the Black album.
Okay.
On the Black album, I liked
Mm.
the Black album. I don't think it was like I don't think it was like objectively the best rap album, but it was like it hit me at a certain point in my life, right? Does that make sense?
It does. It actually does. I get it. I like Reasonable Doubt.
I mean, Reasonable Doubt is objectively his best album.
Hold on.
I mean,
Objectively, hold on. Do you like the album or not?
yeah, it's like his best actual rap work because I mean, if you think about Jay Z's career, right?
Mm.
When he dropped Reasonable Doubt, he was 20 something, right? He had like so much time, all the time he was like hustling, all the time he was growing up, perfecting his like the amount of time he spends on Reasonable Doubt. That's gonna be like a decade.
How much
Of
did
like,
he spend on that? Because I rock with it today. To this day, I rock with it.
okay, think about if you're about to drop an album, right?
Okay.
You're gonna
Which 2020. You already know what's going on. Tell me.
if you're about to drop an album,
Cause I wanna make an album that's good for you that you would like.
yeah. I mean, and Reasonable Doubt would be, and I was about to say Reasonable Doubt is probably another one in the top 30. But the idea is, the idea is like, he worked so much on it because like if you think about okay, I'm gonna drop an album, but
Mm.
first I got to get enough money to make the album, and he had to build his own record
Fair
label,
enough.
right? So
Fair
this whole
enough.
time we're talking about like probably 5 years. He's
Fair
like
enough. Fair
thinking
enough.
about the album, writing the album,
Fair
scratching
enough.
things up, like do you know what I mean? He took so much time on that album. It's the first
Mhm.
album, right? Then he's got to drop an album like 2 years later. So then every other album afterward is not as good as Reasonable Doubt because he didn't have as much
So
time.
where are you at with Jay Z's albums? Where are they at? Where
I
you at?
mean,
What's your number one Jay Z album? Cause I'm with Reasonable now. Reasonable
I would
Doubt.
say like objectively, it's Reasonable Doubt. Objectively, it's either Reasonable Doubt or Volume
But
Two, or
subjectively,
Volume Two.
is that where we're going?
Subjectively,
Subjectively, are we doing that?
yeah, subjectively,
Okay.
it's like either the Black Album or Volume Three. Volume Three is the one that had like
Blueprint 3,
Dope Man
thank
on
you,
it.
was really good for me.
Blueprint 3 was dope. I mean, really, we're just comparing the dopest albums of all time because it's like Jay Z. You know, his entire
So
discography.
what's your dopest album of all time?
I mean, it depends on my mood. It depends on my mood, right?
So what's no like
Jay Z also spans
so
the
right
spectrum
now
of
so
mood.
right now what's your favorite album of all time?
Right now, my favorite album of all time, I feel like, is I've been heavy on the Black Album because I feel like I'm in that mental state. I'm in that mental state where I'm like, I've made it this far.
Say you're not tripping,
Say I'm
and I'm
not.
not saying that you're tripping right now. So
I mean, I'm
you're not
always
tripping.
tripping a little bit.
But right now,
My
your favorite album of all time, right now,
oof, like just
right now,
in general.
right now. What's your Goku? What's your Goku of albums? What is it?
There's so many variables to
What do you
consider.
got? Cause
So
we
many
we can get
variables.
away from Jay Z. We're good with that. So what do you want? What's your what? If we're gonna pop something out, what do you want?
Well, okay, so if if you think like Stillmatic, Stillmatic was like one of those like it was so good, but I don't think it's put in the same like it's put in the same echelon as it deserves to be.
What if I said that my album is Goblin by Tyler the Creator? Tyler the Creator.
That's a
How do you
that's a
feel
whole
about
different
that?
that's
No,
a
I'm
whole
asking
different
you, what are your favorite albums?
that's a whole different like subgenre of rap though, and like I can appreciate that, you know.
You can appreciate it, like.
Tyler the Creator, yeah. I mean, because there's like this entire lane of rap that's like,
Fair enough.
it's like acid rap kind of. You know, it's like
Is
horror.
it
It's like
acid
horrorcore rap.
Okay, so
Right?
wait. Have you watched Tyler the Creator and his growth from here?
Yeah.
And what do you think? What do you think about like
Man,
Flower Boy, Scumfuck, all that? What do you think?
it's
Like he's
it's creative. It's creative. It's creative, and I like it. You know, I don't. I personally don't. I'm personally not as motivated by it because I
mm,
don't find it relatable in the same way.
you don't find Scumfuck Flower Boy like relatable? Like everybody's had their heart broke.
No, I feel like
That's where I'm at with him. It's like he's that.
yeah, and I think that's much more. Then that makes sense for you because I feel like you're a lover. Like
I
you're a lover.
shh, don't tell anybody that. But go ahead.
And so like if you get suppose you get your heart broke.
I have my heart broke. Yeah.
I think your response is much more like emotionally
Whereas yours
figuring
would be
out how
what?
to, whereas I'm like I'm putting on ether. I'm like
Mmm.
fuck this. It's like gonna be ether.
Mmm.
Hit 'em up.
Mmm.
Maybe like the takeover if I'm still feeling angry about it. Like it's gonna be some angry stuff, you know, because I'm mad about it. Then I'm gonna go
But
dead
I'm
with
mad
it.
about it too. So tell me about me. I'm
Yeah.
mad about it too. So.
But I think that your idea is like revenge. Revenge is petty.
Uh,
Revenge is such a petty thing.
Craig Winburn, I love you. Olympus Mons.
I feel like Craig has a lot of the same like ideas that I do.
He
Whereas like
100% does. He
whereas like
100% does.
let's get angry and then we take that anger and put it into something that's productive,
Mm.
like the gym, right? And then when you get out, you're like, all right, I'm good. Now it's time to go back to loving shit.
How you feel by that?
I
As
think
as as a dope ass bodybuilder, are you feel by revenge?
I mean, okay, I don't think I'm a dope ass bodybuilder. I think
You are pretty good at that. Like you're
yeah,
better than I am. Like baby, I'm okay. But I'm not the same as you. You're good at this.
I think
You are 100% good at like this whole bodybuilding thing.
well, so I used to be a fat kid. Like I used to be a
Mm.
fat kid, so I think there's a lot of anger, like residual anger, from being a fat
I
kid.
never thought. I never like we went to school together. I never thought of you as a fat kid.
I mean, I was pretty big. I was a pretty big kid. Like at my
Dude,
peak.
you're doing it. You are doing it. And can you tell our viewers like what to do? What should we do if we want to be bad bitches? If we want to be bad bitches, what should we do? What do you think? What are tips to tell
I feel like
anybody?
I feel like everyone knows the answer to this. It's like working out, eating right, you know. But then plugging in enough leeway so that you don't. Because this is the thing. This is the thing most people do is they're like, I'm
What
gonna
do
be.
they do?
They get super strict about it, and then they do like 2 weeks, and then they like give up because they're
I
like,
can attest to that. By
it's
the way,
not maintainable. You know what I mean? So I'm
what's
like,
not maintainable about it? Why can they not maintain it?
well, first of all, they're fueling what the fuel.
Is the thing.
Discipline is a thing. Discipline's the main thing, and then in the plan, you
Oh,
gotta
come on in. Come on in. And what?
you gotta build in recovery. You know, so I'm like 6 days a week. I go to the gym. There's one day I
Mm-hmm.
don't go to the gym. It's
Mm-hmm.
like the rest day, and it's part of the plan. So it's not like you're cheating on the plan. You know,
You're doing the plan, and you're saying that I have one day.
and it's like it'll be days where I wake up and I'm angry, and I'm like, gotta go to the gym.
I saw you wake up California time at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. And if you're
And that was crazy. And I
no,
was like, oh shit. And then
imagine
you
this.
came back. Okay.
Imagine this.
Okay.
Anger being the fuel to your workouts, right? So then every time you
I
get
don't want to. I don't want that though.
well, hold on.
Okay, I'm with you.
You're
I'm with
angry.
you. I'm listening.
You're so used to you're so used to getting your anger
Mhm.
and then applying it to your workout, right? Now you have a rest day, one day a week. One day a week you have a rest day. You wake up and you're angry about some shit, right?
Mm.
The on your rest day. You know what I mean?
After you're pretty pissed off about some shit all week.
It's on your rest day, and you're like, how do I get rid of this? Because usually I go work out, right? So you get to the point where the real discipline, after you fall in love with working out so much, the real discipline is making sure that you still do the rest day once a week. Does that make sense?
It does make sense, but you're making me better. I love you so much, BG and Gotti.
Yo, are
But
they good
man,
out there?
huh?
Are they good out there?
I don't know. Are they killing your girlfriend? Is
I
another
don't know.
question, but I'm pretty sure they're not. But look, here's the deal, Banana Peel. Man, you are a big inspiration to me,
Thank you.
and I appreciate it. And I'm gonna end this because my dogs are barking, and we'll make this happen. Oh, it's do you hear me? With who?
Yeah. The Ferrari of people.
Also, Unico Williams. I love y'all. And I appreciate you coming through today, man. I appreciate it. Mountain View? Are we still in Mountain View?
What's the Mountain View?
We're in
Yeah.